Gently closing your eyes now and setting up your energetic pillar, your connection to Mother Earth and Source, which you could see as a tube of energy all around you, 6 feet in all directions, moving up out through your crown to Source and down to the heart of Mother Gaia, which is the connection of your energy, your spirit in a human body, in a physical vessel, the spiritual journey and experience you're having here on Earth. And we'll call on the support teams now. We ask for the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, and the karmic board to merge deeply and fully with us now through all dimensions of our fields. We ask for our God presences, guides, ascension councils to work in harmonious group consciousness together. So the highest to the highest to the highest will be shown here today for all of us in our here and now. We ask for a temple, which is an energy field, of God Presence communion to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. We ask for a temple of Mother Gaia grounding to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. Finally, calling on a temple of divine union to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. Feel how these energies, support teams, energy fields, open your field, raise your frequency, and relax you. Just feel yourself falling a little bit deeper into yourself, into a little bit more of a meditative space. Notice how your breathing gently starts to slow down a little bit. And place your attention in the God Presence Communion Temple where you are now, with the support teams and many others. And today, the journey is hosted by emissaries from Mars. And they explain that this is how we will be referring to them today during this journey, emissaries from Mars. They say the term Martians, which has been used a lot, has a lot of negative connotations with it, and at the moment they prefer emissaries from Mars. So they will take us literally through astral travel to Mars, and the journey today will be about releasing a very deep, often hidden layer of primal anger, hatred, and rage within yourself and your energy bodies. We've often trained ourselves to keep this layer deeply within us, they state, and it has to do with a protective mechanism. The times are right now for this layer to be released, if you feel you are ready to release this layer. And this includes self-hatred and also deep anger at the world, at yourself, at your mission, at the Godhead, at anyone in your environment, at life, anger, hatred, and rage that you've kept deeply inside of yourself. And the emissaries from Mars would love to assist you in letting this go now. And they may state, you may feel in your heart and in your soul a bubble of, finally, I have been waiting for this moment, I've been waiting for this day, and we are here to assist, they state. So the first step is we will be astral traveling with them to Mars now, and the ceremony that will take place, the journey that will take place, will be in Inner Earth Cave within Mars. So the astral travel means you are still here on Earth and you're here and now. You're also with part of your consciousness in the God Presence Communion Temple. And from there you will also be astral traveling with your consciousness to Mars. A good way to view this is you can be everywhere at once across all of the universe, but a good way to see it is multiple TV screens. And you can view multiple TV screens at once. Your focus and attention is now traveling with the emissaries from Mars through astral travel, and will be coming to Mars, and this journey takes place on the inner and on the outer, but the easiest way to see it is on the inner as you astral travel to the energies and the realms of Mars now. And astral travel often takes a little while, anywhere from maybe 20 to 30 seconds, no matter what realm you go to, whether it's galaxies away or it's within this solar system like Mars. Astral travel is on the inner, and what you see on the outer in your world is a reflection of this inner world that you create as well. Both are reflections of each other for you. The travel will happen on the inner, and notice now how we arrive here on Mars. We'd like you now to extend your pillar through the core of Mars back to the core of Mother Earth. So you're now connected to the core of Earth through the core of Mars, and from there you extend your energy out to Source. This always keeps you connected to your base on Earth, and this is the best way to ground these new energies and for the journey to integrate within your multidimensional field. Following the emissaries from Mars now to the space where this ceremony, this journey will be taking place, and they state it is very normal if you have fears and resistance coming up in your field now. These are protective mechanisms that have been there for a long time, perhaps many lifetimes or eons, but your soul and your God presence has guided you to this specific place in this journey to finally let go of this very deep, dark, hidden layer of anger, hatred, and rage. Very often, self-hate is at the core of this. Following the emissaries now to this inner earth cave, and take your spot now in this very, very large cave. If you have your inner sight, you can get a sense of it, otherwise you can get a feeling of it. The colors are a little bit like red rock, and at the middle a beautiful fire burns of many different types of colors. Tune into this now. The colors are red and orange and yellow, but also blues and greens and violets, all different types of colors, and you may also see sparkles of gold and silver and platinum energies moving through this fire. Each and every one of you will see different colors associated with this fire, and each and every one of you will have your very own unique journey today. See yourself now, find a spot around this fire in the cave. Perhaps you'd like to sit more towards the back of the cave or right near the fire. You will find your perfect spot with your soul and your God presence. And the emissaries invite you to gently see yourself as laying down, if this is what you care. You can have your head towards the fire or your feet towards the fire, understanding that a part of your consciousness is here to release this deep primal layer today. The emissaries from Mars explain that they have a lot of knowledge, and particularly this string of emotions, because they're often very deeply associated with the masculine strain of energy. Not to say that they are not also connected to the feminine energies, but the emissaries from Mars are sharing that a deep strain is often connected in with the masculine energies and the doing energy and the energy of who you are in relation to what you do, what you create, how you respond to your world, your mission, and basically who you are as a productive, creative being. A lot of this anger, hatred, and rage is in relation to this. Who are you as a productive, creative being? And often this layer is also prominent within the DNA strands. You will notice family lineages which have this and pass it on from generation to generation to generation. And finally, when one in the generational link actually deals with this layer, it is actually released for the generations before and the generations beyond. It is this energetic structure that needs to be dealt with. If it does stay hidden, which it will in many people, then it'll always be there as a seed of doubt in all creations, and will always be limiting in how far you can grow and fly and expand the freedom of your creations in this lifetime and beyond. And so the best space to be in for this journey to unfold is be as relaxed as you can. It's like climbing up a very steep mountain and you don't really know how good a climber you are or how good your gear is. You've got to surrender to this journey now and let it all go and hand your trust over, not even only to us, the emissaries are saying, but to your higher self, your God presence who is driving this train, who is in control of this journey, also this meditative journey. We are merely guides here for you today because we have a knowledge and an experience of how to deeply let go of this layer within yourself. So hand the trust over to your higher self, hand it over to your God presence, hand it over to your soul, hand it over to your guides, hand it over to God, whatever suits you, hand it over to Mother Gaia, but know that you are safe even though you may not be feeling safe. We are ready to start the ceremony now. And all you need to do is keep breathing up and down your pillar. And first of all, connect your energies, either through your feet or your head or your heart, to the fire at the core of the cave now. Connect with this fire, and the fire will have the exact color and frequency needed for you, and this is what is going to get your own process started. Again, hand over any fears to the fire, hand over any apprehension to the fire, hand over any reservations to the fire. We'll immediately start to transform these layers. And this will be about connecting into this protective layer under which your primal anger, hatred, and rage is hidden. So this very first connection to the fire is a pure one, is one of surrender, is one of honoring, both ways. For this is a living, breathing fire that is going to be assisting you deeply today. Breathe up and down your pillar and connect to this fire. Feel the living being this fire is. And start surrendering now. As very gently, this fire starts to transmute your protective mechanisms now. And if all of you is screaming and holding the resistance, try to surrender through that now. And if you are here for this journey, it is time to release this layer now. There is no need to hold on any longer. You simply need to move through the thickness of these protective, fear-based emotions. For the other side of this journey will be a very different one for you. Beautiful, and feel very gently how the softness yet strength of the fire starts to make its way through your protective mechanisms now. Whether you're laying down or sitting up here in this cave, feel how this is happening. And hand your trust over to your soul, your God presence, to God, to Mother Gaia, to the emissaries from Mars, whatever feels most natural to you. Hand your trust over to the universe and surrender to this process. In one sense, it's like giving birth. Hand it over and trust in this process, for it is a deep and ancient, natural process that your journey has called to you. It is letting go of a lot of old 3D energies that no longer serve you in your move to 5D, the fifth dimensional new earth. Feel how very gently this fire firmly makes its way through your protective mechanisms now. And you may even see the energies underneath the protective mechanisms are bubbling and gurgling, almost like an acidic energetics. Or perhaps you see it more as a frozen, cold dynamic, or dark coal, or thick oil. It can be very different for each and every one of you. It can be frozen, or it can be acidic, or like lava that has burnt its way through so many areas of your life without you even knowing it. It's at the core of so many of your creations. It is led for you to never fully be able to realize your purpose, never fully be able to succeed at your projects, in your relationships, in your role here on earth. It's always been there as something that has held you back, dragged you back, pulled you down without you even knowing it. Except on a soul God presence level, you knew this was there, and it has come out a few times or more than a few times in your lifetime, either at yourself, at your projects, at others in your life. And every time it came out, you knew there was only one thing you could do, which was put more protection on it, put more protection on it, because no way would you like this to come out again. You would not allow it. And this is the thick energies you're moving through now to access this layer. And for each and every one of you, there'll be a different process, but for some, the protective layers and the mechanisms will have been moved through by the fire. And you, each of you, will have 2 emissaries from Mars assisting you, a male and a female one today, and they will be assisting you with the different dynamics of this energy. Even though it's a very masculine-based energy, there are feminine components and masculine components, and both emissaries are assisting you deeply now to release this layer, let go of this layer. Now, for each and every one of you, it'll be a very different process. If it's more lava-like energy, there'll be different ways of removing it than if it's more icy, or if it's like thick oil, crude oil, or if it's acidic. So trust that the removal process is starting now, and be open and surrender. Open all your chakras, for this energy will have resided in different parts of your field. For some it'll be in the mind, for some it'll be in the throat and communications, for some it'll be in the thymus, in the higher heart, in your relationships, for others in your heart, in your creations, for others it'll be in the solar plexus, in the control you held and hold on life, for others it'll be in the hara, in your power center, your empowerment energies, for others it'll be in the sacral chakra, your creative and sexual and sensual energies, deeply infused with this self-hate and this rage deeply underneath. Or some it'll be in your base chakra, simple your existence here on earth. And trust the process as this removal starts now. And it is partly removal and partly transformational, depending on the different types of energies that are encountered, how old they are, how they are connected into your DNA. And the Mars emissaries have all the perfect guidelines and experience over so many eons and lifetimes in their particular realm, that they are the true experts and emissaries of this particular field. So that's why they are assisting you on this journey today. Simply trust and hand it over now. One step at a time. You may see this journey, you may feel it, but the most important thing is surrendering it up now and being ready and know your life is about to change. Hand it over, surrender it over now, and be a part of the process by letting go, letting go, letting go, and start to very gently infuse love from your heart into this area, but only very gently, because there still needs to be a lot removed before the love will take effect, and perhaps before you can even feel any love. So this is a process where there's energies removed, and then love is going to start to be connected into this process. So very gently stick with this process now, as the first 25% of this anger, hatred and rage, this primal anger, hatred and rage, this self-hate, hate of life, anger at the world, at God, at your mission, at those in your life that are making your life hard. All of these energies are starting to be lifted now, and the first 25% is being cleared now. And again, notice how the fire has its intrinsic role in assisting in this process. It can take on different temperatures during the process, different colors. The flames may feel like they are slicing through thick crude oil, or they may feel like they are actually heating up the acid or cooling down the acid, or they may feel like they are matching the deep fire within the lava stream of this energy in your energetic field. Whatever it is, the fire has its intrinsic role, as do the two emissaries, male and female. The female is on your left side of your energy field. The male is on your right side of your energy field, assisting you deeply. Keep breathing up and down your pillar. And as the next 25% is starting to be lifted, start bringing in the first color from the threefold flame of your heart, which is the pink love component. Very gently though, and follow and trust your instinct. It's like very, very gently, like drip feeding it into the area that you feel is particularly relevant in your field. If you are not sure what, just simply breathe this pink up and down your pillar, together with the flow of your breath as you move up from Mother Earth's core to Source, and then down through the core of Mars again to the core of Earth, and you are within this stream of energy. Very gently expand this pink only until you meet resistance, and then stop and then hold it at that level, while the next 25% is being transformed or removed for you. Again, any fear come up, any apprehension come up. If you feel you are so wide open and you are in danger, hand all of that over. If you feel you can't go on, hand that over. If you feel it is too much for you, hand that over. And trust this process. You're doing great. Keep going. Beautiful. Now start very gently increasing the power of this pink feminine love energy from the threefold flame in your heart. Very gently start expanding the power of it and the thickness of the flow. Basically make it a larger part of the energy flowing through your field. Beautiful. And now specifically see how this starts to wash away the first 25% of this energy as well that's already been cleared. The teams are now working on the second 25% of this energy. And you may feel it literally being pulled out of you, or it may feel like it's flowing out of you, or it may literally feel like it's hurting your physical body, the removal of this layer. Trust the process and keep surrendering while you flow this beautiful pink liquid light energy from your heart through your pillar, or specifically to the place where you know your anger, hatred, and rage have resided for so long. Beautiful. And as they gently complete the second 25%, start bringing in the blue light now, like the blue ray, and also the beautiful liquid light blue energy together with this pink, and it may start swirling together, or they may work alongside each other. Bring both of these energies into all of your energy field, and especially into those areas that you feel are being worked on right now, where the release is taking place. It may be the toxicity of your mind, it may be the deeply disempowered hara, or it may be dark places in your base or your sexual, sensual, and creative sacral chakra, or the energies of your heart or thymus or throat, whatever it is. And if you're not clear, just flow the energy through all of them. If you're feeling cold or too warm, simply ask for the temperature to be adjusted for you now. For some of you, it'll be like you're shivering. For others, it'll be like you're overheating. Each and everyone's process is very different within this release, within this transformation, within this transmutation, within this energetic upgrade, within this transition. Beautiful. Now moving on to the next half of the energies. For some, the energies will be more intense in the last 50%. For others, they will be less intense. Whatever it is for you, trust the flow, and the next 25% are being dealt with now. The emissaries from Mars are using a lot of different techniques to remove these energies, depending on the structure of the energies and the type of energies. Sometimes they need to cool down the energies or heat up the energies. Sometimes they need to literally almost scoop them out, and sometimes they need to burn them out. There's all different type of techniques they're using, and the two emissaries specifically assigned to you had already researched your particular energetic field before you came into this ceremony, because time does not exist in these realms. On Earth it does, because we play the game of linear time, but it was already known that you would be here right now in this ceremony, and so your two emissaries from Mars have read up on you, and they knew exactly what was needed for your particular case. Trust this process, and the fire is responding accordingly as well as a main healing tool within this process. Start now flowing a third color, the empowerment from your heart chakra, the third flame from the threefold flame of your heart. The golden energy starts circling that, almost like streams of gold and blue and pink. Pink representing the feminine love, blue representing the masculine light, and gold representing the empowerment energies. Feel them flowing and circling around each other and through your field, perhaps in a particular area of your energetic field, or perhaps through your entire pillar, your entire energy bodies. And try to make the intensity of this threefold flame thicker and thicker and stronger and of higher and higher frequency, and see it as you're washing away these energies and showing yourself in the universe the new you. It's also important to realize that as these energetic transitions take place, the Akashic records are being upgraded for you and readjusted when the process is finished. These records will be altered for you as no longer holding this layer. It'll be like the new representation of who you are and who the blueprint is that you are representing in your spirit here on Earth. And it'll be representative in all of your creations from this point forth, that you no longer hold this layer deep within yourself as always this dark energy within each of your creations, whether you knew it or not. This is the time for this release, and this has to do with Mother Gaia as well, upgrading to a higher version of herself. You can imagine that the release of this layer will affect everything, will affect your projects, affect your relationships, affect your relationship with your loved one, with your children, with your friends, with your colleagues, with your business partners, with everyone you meet, with soul family, with groups you are represented in, with your pets, with everything around you. You can imagine you will no longer see this energy reflected back at you, and you will notice changes. This third 25% is now almost finalized, and keep flowing more intensely now these three colors from the threefold flame of your heart, and the teams are now starting to work on the final 25%, and they'd now like you to flow whichever color you're guided to. So letting go now of the pink, blue, and gold, and the fire will guide you in what color needs to flow intensely through you, either as fire or liquid light. It can be deep gold, it can be silver, it can be platinum or diamond or pearlescent or opal, or perhaps a deep emerald green or reds or blues, whatever the colors are that are needed for your particular field to assist with this last phase. You may even see dark grays or crystalline blacks. Whatever the color is for you, it will be perfect. So let those colors flow through now. You may notice different crystals within that stream. You may notice different beings assisting you. There may be some extra assistance from the angelic, archangelic, or ascended master realms. And so keep flowing with this process as you breathe these energies up and down your pillar as this last 25% is being released now. Beautiful, and just feel this last layer being released. Feel this last layer being released. And for some of you, you will feel so empty after this that it'll seem like you really need to rest for a few days. For some, you will feel so activated that it'll feel like you want to party for days. And for some of you, it may just feel like all you want is to simply sleep for an hour and you'll be revitalized. Follow that guidance. And it'll be very important to take care of your physical body within these next few days to a week. Drink a lot of water, Epsom salts bath, taking care of yourself. For this is a deep core primal release which you've kept hidden for a long time for very specific reasons. Because when it did lash out, you did not like the results of it. So these energies now, the last 25% are being released now, being removed now. And your energy fields are being upgraded, the Akashic records are being adjusted. And just feel how the last 5 or 10% is moving out now. And feel how your energy bodies, your 12 multidimensional energy bodies and beyond are readjusting now. And we're almost coming to the full release for each and every one of you now. Beautiful, and the process is now fully complete for each and every one of you. So take a deep couple of breaths up and down your pillar now, and gently see yourself sitting up now if you're laying down, or open your eyes and look at the fire, and notice again how everybody around you seems transformed. You will notice there's all sorts of different people around you and different beings and different energies. There's a lot of them taking place in this particular ceremony in the here and now. And remember, this is your here and now. No matter when you do this process, it is exactly right for your here and now in your energetic development on your journey here on earth and as a spirit, as a God presence. Breathe up and down your pillar a few times, and the emissaries from Mars, thank you so deeply for having the courage to move through these layers. They say it will be up to a week in Earth time to move through the transitions. It may be quicker for some, it may be a little slower for some, but trust the transitions moving through. And all the energies have been transformed now, and your energy bodies are simply realigning now to the new reality and the new frequencies. So we're now going to astral travel back to the God Presence Communion Temple, thanking the emissaries that helped you specifically here today. And they've been very honored to assist you with this. Traveling back now to the God Presence Communion Temple. Beautiful, and this is where we'll be sealing up the journey. So we ask for all this energy work to be sealed and to integrate with grace, ease, love, light, and empowerment. We thank the angels, archangels, ascended masters, and the emissaries from Mars for their deep assistance today. We thank Mother Gaia and the temples. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so be it, so be it. It is done. Come fully back into your here and now, and take good care of the new you.